Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and we are going to continue our series. Our food delivery app, and I know this video is taking too long to record, but then I'm going to try my best and then try to finish this application in few weeks, so that we can start another series and build a new application. I have a lot of application I want to build with you guys, so let's quickly continue this series, and then we move on to another series. Okay, so this is where we ended last in the last video tutorial, and we converted the food item into list of food items. And now what we are going to do is to fix some error here, and then we will build the bottom navigation bar, and then we create another page depending on the items we have in our bottom navigation bar. So first, what I want to do is if you recall in the previous tutorial, we came and then added our food model inside the food underscore data, and it didn't really make sense. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this code here, the model, and then create a new file call inside the models folder called food underscore model dot dat, and then inside the food underscore model dot dat I will just paste the code there. I've already created a file, you can see, and paste the code there so that we can differentiate between the model and then the data we are actually using. So inside my home screen, I'll go inside and then make sure I'm importing the model so that we don't have an error. So I say food model. Okay, so I'll save all the changes, and for a time being our code will break, and then okay, let me save. Okay, so my code is broken. Let me just restart the whole code again. Okay, so our code is running just fine, and now what we are going to do is to create the bottom navigation bar. So what I'm going to do is to create another folder called screen. So let me just do this here, and then inside our src folder I'm just going to create another folder called screen, to keep all my screen inside. Oh, let me just make it screens, not screen. Yeah, and then I'll create another folder in the src folder called pages, and then what I want to do is to just separate this home screen and make it a home page instead of home screen. So for now I'll just what do I want to do? For now I'll just go ahead and create a new file here and say home page dot, and in the home page dot, what I'm going to do is actually copy this code here and paste it inside our homepage dot. Okay, so let me just go ahead, copy the code, and then come here and then paste it here. And then we will have a lot of errors here, so I think we can just go ahead and make the changes to the errors that we have inside. Okay, so especially the links to our data will give us errors because we've changed the position um of the page. So, and also I want to change the name of this one to home page instead of home screen. So I'll do that and then quickly change this one to home page state. Yeah. Okay, and then this one will be home page, and this one home page screen. So we've made all the changes here so far. And now what I'm going to do is to create another file in a screen called home screen instead. So I'll say home, or I'll say, let me say main screen, yeah, instead of home screen. Main screen is better. So this will also be a stateful widget. Let's just first import our package flutter material.dat. and then we can go ahead and create the class. So main screen extends the stateful widget, and then we can override. We can override and say main screen state here, and then we can say create state. Okay, I think by now you know how to create a stateful widget. Okay, so we can just go ahead and then create the main screen state class. And then we just change the state here, and then main screen. Okay, what am I making? So we have to override the build method, as you already know, and then we can say build contest, and then say contest, and then here we have to just return null for now, so that we figure out what we are supposed to do there. Okay, so what we are doing actually is we have our main screen dot here. The main screen dot will be the main screen for all our pages, because we are going to use a bottom navigation bar. Whenever we click on any item in the bottom navigation bar, we switch between pages, right? So the main screen will be where we switch between the pages and where we have the bottom navigation bar. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So I've created a stateful widget for the main screen. So we are going to have our bottom navigation bar here, and then we can switch between the pages that we want. So I'll quickly create a scaffold here, because if you want to use the bottom navigation bar, you have to use a stateful you have to return a scaffold. So we can go ahead and say bottom navigation bar here, and then we can use the bottom navigation bar class here. So now we have an instance of a bottom navigation bar. So we have to figure out the things that we can do here. We can pass in the items, we can pass in the background color, current index, elevation. We have a lot of things to do here. So we are going to create our items of the bottom navigation bar. So we can go ahead and say items here, and then the items are bottom navigation bar items, and it's going to be a list of bottom navigation bar items. So we are going to have a list of type bottom navigation bar item here, and then this is just simply a list. So we can have bottom navigation bar item here, and then we can have a lot of them here. So we can set the icon, we can also set the title, and also the background color. But here we are going to set the item, the icon, and then the title. So when we need one icon here, and we say icons dot home. I'm sorry, we need an icon, so icons dot home here, and then we need a title also here, and then we say I think you can put our title here and say home. So we have a single item in our bottom navigation bar, and we need another one. So I can go ahead and create another one here, and then we can give it an icon of icons dot shopping cart, and that will be our orders. Sorry, and then we can have a title and say orders. Yeah, so we can add another one. Let me just go ahead and copy this code here, and then paste it here, and then the next one will be favorite. So I'll say favorite, and then I'll say favorite here, and we need the last one to be the profile for the user profile. So I can go ahead and say user, I think, is it user dot user user not user account um I think the icon for that one is dot person, right? Yeah, and then you name this as profile. So we have our items in the bottom navigation bar, and also we need to set the current. When you look at this, let me show you. We need to set the current index and also some, I mean, the type of the bottom navigation bar that we are using. So for the current index, I'll go up here and then create a variable called int current tab or index, and then I'll set it to 0, and then I'll come to here and then say current index, and then I'll pass the current index, yeah, tab index here. And also we need to specify the type of bottom navigation bar that we are using. So we can say bottom navigation bar type dot fixed. We need to use the fixed. You can use any other type that you want, but I prefer using the fixed. Okay, so we have our bottom navigation bar set up. Okay, so now as we have it here, we can just go ahead and make sure that we are calling the home page inside our main screen instead of using this home screen here. So I can go back to my main screen and then import the page we have so far. So I can say pages, and then I can say import, and I'll say pages home page, import. I think this will come first, and then pages, and then home page. So what we are doing is to just import the home page, and then we have to create an instance of that home page. So let's say homepage, homepage, something like that. And then whenever this main screen of that is loaded, we want to, I mean, initialize the home page. So we can use the init state of our main screen, and then whenever this page is created, we can say home page, and then we can create an instance of the home page. Yeah. So what I want to do now is to create a list of pages that we are going to use, so that whenever we click on an item in the bottom navigation bar, we can switch between the pages in the list of pages that we have. So I can just go ahead and say list, and then I'll create pages, oh sorry, widgets here, and then we can have our pages widgets here, and then inside uh, my init state, I can initialize the pages. And then for now I can just have the home page inside here, and this makes sense. And also we have to set the current page of our main screen, and so I'll create another one, say widget current page. So this variable here will hold the current page for our application. So here I'll say current page should be the home page, right? You get me? So we have this one here, and then we have our pages here. So anytime that we add another page, we can just bring it here. Okay, so when we start creating other pages, we can just bring in them here. So now in the bottom navigation bar, we have another thing that we have to pass, which is the on tab. So here we say the on tab, and then whenever they tap on this one, we have to do something. And okay, so on the on tab, whenever we tap on the item in the bottom navigation bar, we actually get the index of the item that we type. So we can say index here, and then with this index we can change the current tab index from 0 to the index that we get. So we can say set state, sorry, it's supposed to be set state here. Okay, and then we can say current tab index should be equal to the index that we get, and then the current page will be equal to pages, and then we get the current page by using the index. So what I'm actually doing here is we have pages here, and then pages will keep record of all the pages that we've imported into our main screen.dat file. So at this index, we have index 0, we have the home page. So whenever they click on an item in the home, the bottom navigation bar, an index will be returned, and this index will be sent to the pages array, and then the current the page will be fetched into our current page. So now we have to do one thing. We can go into our scaffold, and then our scaffold is supposed to have body. So we can go into and say body, and then we say current page. Yeah. So I think we are done with that. So now let's go to our main.dat file. So not in the main.dat file, where I think, what did we even create? Yeah, the app.dat file. And then instead of home screen, we are going to change that to let me import the screen here. So import, and then we can say screens, not that, screens, and then we can import our main screen and delete this one. We don't need this one anymore. And then here we can say main screen here. Okay, so let's save and see what we get. Okay, so you can see we still have our page here, and then we have the home item selected here, because we said our current page should be the home page. So that's what we actually did. So when we click on any item inside our bottom navigation bar, this will change the page. But let's see what happens. So I click on it, and then nothing happens. I click on the items, nothing happens. It's because we don't have any page for these items. So I can go ahead and create some pages here, and then inside my pages folder I can say what other pages we need other page. So you can say other page dot, and then we can just go ahead and create sorry, let's import the material dot, and then we can create, for now let's just create okay, let's just go ahead and create a stateful widget for now. And then why do I keep, oh sorry, we need the other state, and say create state, and then we can other state. Yeah, so I can just go ahead and copy this one and come here and create this one. Oh, this thing is supposed to be other page. Sorry guys, it's supposed to be other page so that it will make sense here, and then here, and even this one I just have to bring an underscore. The underscore means this class should not be used outside of this file. So we can just go ahead and then put this one here too. Okay, so we can say add override, and then why do I keep getting this? And then we can just go ahead and override the build method, and then I can use this one here, and I say build contest here, and then I can return just a center here, and then I can say child, and I can just put a text here, and I'll say other page. So far, what's wrong? Yeah, other page state. So I have this one here. So I'll go ahead and copy all this code, and then inside my main screen, I can also import that page here. So import, and I can say pages, and then we have the other page here. And then when I come here, I can just say other page, and then I can say other page here. And then inside my init state here, I can also initialize the other page here. Let's say other page, and then I can go ahead and add it to my arrays of pages. Now I hope you get a concept here. So now I have it added here. So now when I click on an item in the bottom navigation bar here, when I click on an item there, this will change the index. So when I click on the home item here, it will return an index of 0, and then 0 of the pages array is what home page. When I click on this one, the index of that one is 1, and then the index will return what other page. So let's save it and try and see. Okay, so let's go to the others and see what we get. Nothing is happening. I don't know why. I think we should do a full restart and see what we get. Okay, so I restarted the application, and now let me test with the tab. Okay, now we have our other page. You see, when I clicked on it, I have my other page here, and when I click on the favorite, I don't see anything, but when I go back, I see here, and then when I click, I see this. So you can see I'm switching in between um these icons here. Okay, so I think we can just go ahead and add other pages. So we need other page saved, or I think favorite, and then profile. So let's quickly add those pages, and then we can build them. Okay, so here I can just add a new file and say favorite page dot, and then I can just paste the code that I copied from the other page, and then change some things here. So I can say favorite page, and then we can just go ahead and say um and then we can also change this one. Let me just copy this one here and then paste it there. And then we can also paste it here, and then we can copy this one and then paste it here. Okay, so instead of other page, we change it to favorite page, and then we have to copy this and do the last one for the profile page here, and then we can go ahead and say profile underscore page dot, and then paste the code here, and then we can change this to profile page, and then we have to change all this to profile page. And then we have to also change this one, and then let's copy this code here again and then paste it here and paste it here also, and then we can change this one to profile page here. Okay, so I think we have all changes, and then let's go into our main screen code here and then import those files that we created. So we can just go ahead and say pages favorite page, and then import pages, and then say profile page, and then we have to create instances of those pages, and then we can come here, say favorite page, and then say favorite page, and then you can go to profile page and say profile page here. Okay, and we have to initialize them inside our init. and then we can say favorite page equals favorite yeah, and then we can say profile page. Okay, so here we can just add them to the arrays here, and then say favorite page, and then say profile page. Yeah, you see, this thing has to be in order because it has to be in order of the items in the bottom navigation bar. You have to make sure that they are in order, otherwise you get the wrong page for the item that you select. So let's save, and then let's see what we get. So we have order page, we have, I think when you add those pages you have to reload the whole application again, because hot reload doesn't work for for switching between the pages when you add them later. So I think I will just go ahead and then full restart the application. So let me just stop this one and then go ahead and then full restart. Okay, so the application is restarted, and then we have this, so we can click on the others item, and then we can see that it has switched. We can click, and then we have favorite, and then we have the profile. So we will go ahead and then do all these changes in the next video tutorial. So we are going to create the other page, and then from there we will create the favorite page, and then we will create the profile page. So after the profile page, we will connect the whole application to the database, and then I think we will complete our app. So I will see you in the next video tutorial, and then we will take it from there. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.